The earth roared, buildings swayed, then the world fractured. It was as if the very ground beneath our feet had turned against us, unleashing a fury that no one could have anticipated. The once stable and familiar terrain became a violent, unpredictable force shaking the foundations of everything we knew. A monstrous earthquake, registering a terrifying 7.7 on the Richter scale, ripped through the heart of Myanmar, sending tremors of devastation across the border into Thailand. The sheer power of the quake was felt far and wide, its impact reverberating through the very core of the region. In an instant, bustling cities transformed into landscapes of despair. Streets that were once filled with the sounds of daily life were now eerily silent, save for the cries of those seeking help and the distant wail of sirens. The vibrant pulse of urban life was replaced by a haunting stillness. Dust choked the air, the stench of fear hung heavy. The once clear skies were now filled with a thick, suffocating haze, making it difficult to breathe, to see, to think. Every breath taken was a reminder of the chaos that had unfolded, a tangible manifestation of the disaster's reach. A scene ripped from a nightmare, forever etched in the minds of survivors. Faces once full of hope and dreams, now bore the marks of trauma and disbelief. Families clung to each other, seeking solace in the midst of the ruins, their lives irrevocably changed in a matter of moments. The epicenter, near the historic city of Mandalay, became the focal point of the disaster. This ancient city, known for its rich history and cultural significance, now stood as a testament to nature's unforgiving power. The ground itself bore the scars of the quake, deep fissures marking the epicenter's wrath. Shockwaves radiated outwards, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. Roads split open, infrastructure crumbled, and the very fabric of the city was torn apart. The ripple effect of the quake was felt miles away, a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of our world and the far-reaching impact of such events. Buildings, once symbols of strength, crumbled into heaps of concrete and twisted metal. These structures, designed to withstand the test of time, were no match for the sheer force of the earthquake. Their collapse was a poignant symbol of vulnerability, a stark contrast to the resilience they once represented. Homes filled with laughter just moments before were reduced to tombs. Personal belongings once cherished now lay scattered amidst the debris, silent witnesses to the lives that had been upended. The sense of loss was palpable, a heavy weight that hung over the devastated landscape. The earth had shifted, and with it, the fate of millions. In the aftermath, communities came together, united by their shared grief and determination to rebuild. The road to recovery would be long and arduous, but amidst the ruins, there was a glimmer of hope, a testament to the indomitable human spirit. The immediate aftermath brought the grim task of tallying the human cost. Rescue workers, emergency responders, and volunteers worked tirelessly, sifting through the rubble, hoping to find survivors amid the devastation. The scenes were heart-wrenching, with families clinging to hope, even as the reality of the disaster began to set in. In Myanmar, the official death toll, released by the military junta, stands at a chilling 144. This number, however, is just a fraction of the true impact. The junta's control over information has led to widespread skepticism about the accuracy of these figures. But whispers from within the ravaged nation paint a far grimmer picture. Eyewitnesses and local reports suggest that the actual number of casualties could be significantly higher. Families are left to mourn in silence, their grief compounded by the uncertainty and lack of transparency. The United States Geological Survey estimates the true number of souls lost could exceed 1,000, a chilling testament to the quake's ferocity. This estimate is based on the extensive damage observed and the population density of the affected areas. Across the border in Thailand, the bustling metropolis of Bangkok wasn't spared. The city, known for its vibrant life and towering skyscrapers, faced an unprecedented challenge as the quake's tremors reached its core. A 30-story skyscraper, once a beacon of modernity, buckled under the strain. The collapse was sudden and catastrophic, leaving a gaping hole in the city's skyline and a deep scar in the hearts of its residents. It collapsed, sending a deadly torrent of water from shattered rooftop pools cascading onto fleeing residents. The scene was chaotic, with people running for their lives, trying to escape the deluge and falling debris. The confirmed death toll in Thailand currently stands at 7, but with hundreds injured and many still unaccounted for, that number is tragically sure to rise. Emergency services are working around the clock, providing medical care to the injured and setting up makeshift shelters for those who have lost their homes. The full extent of the disaster is still unfolding, and the true cost, both in human lives and in the rebuilding efforts to come, remains to be seen. Every passing second is a battle against the clock. Rescue teams, both local and international, are locked in a desperate struggle to pull survivors from the debris. They work tirelessly, fueled by adrenaline and the faintest whispers of hope. Each life saved is a victory against insurmountable odds.
But the challenges are immense. In Myanmar, a country already grappling with the wounds of a protracted civil war, the earthquake has dealt a crippling blow. Damaged roads and communication blackouts hamper access to the worst-hit areas. Hospitals, already stretched thin, are overwhelmed, forced to treat the injured in makeshift wards set up in parking lots.
The earthquake's impact extends far beyond the immediate loss of life. The devastation is not just measured in the number of lives lost, but in the very fabric of society that has been torn apart. Families are displaced, communities are shattered, and the sense of normalcy is obliterated. It has crippled infrastructure, leaving scars that will take years if not decades to heal. Roads that once connected bustling cities now lie in ruins, and bridges that served as vital arteries for commerce and daily life have been reduced to rubble. In Myanmar, bridges have crumbled, cutting off vital lifelines. These bridges were not just structures of steel and concrete, they were the veins through which the lifeblood of the nation flowed, enabling trade, travel, and communication. Sections of highways have vanished, swallowed by the earth. These highways were the pathways that connected people to opportunities, to education, to healthcare, and now they are gone, leaving behind a landscape of isolation and despair. Public buildings, schools, and hospitals lie in ruins, stark reminders of the disaster's indiscriminate fury. These were places of learning, healing, and governance, now reduced to piles of debris, their absence felt deeply by the communities they served. In Thailand, Bangkok bears the brunt of the destruction. The city, once a bustling metropolis, now stands as a testament to the earthquake's unrelenting power. The collapsed skyscraper serves as a chilling symbol of the city's vulnerability. This towering structure, once a beacon of progress and modernity, now lies in ruins, a stark reminder of how fragile human achievements can be in the face of nature's wrath. But damage extends far beyond that single catastrophic event. The earthquake has left a trail of destruction that stretches across the city, affecting countless buildings and homes. Reports of structural damage to other high-rises have flooded in, leaving authorities grappling with the daunting task of assessing their safety. Engineers and inspectors work tirelessly, but the sheer scale of the damage makes it a monumental challenge. The city's once vibrant pulse has slowed to a crawl, its rhythm disrupted by fear and uncertainty. Streets that were once filled with the hustle and bustle of daily life are now eerily quiet, as people stay indoors, afraid of what might come next. The earthquake has not only shaken the ground, but also the very spirit of the city. Amidst the devastation, stories of both unimaginable loss and remarkable survival emerge.
In Mandalay, I lost my 3-year-old daughter to the collapsing walls of our home. My body bears the physical scars of that fateful day, but it's the emotional wounds that cut the deepest.
But even in the darkest hours, the human spirit flickers.
In Bangkok, I escaped from the 33rd floor of my apartment building just moments before it crumbled. My story is one of courage and sheer luck, offering a glimmer of hope amidst the despair.
These individual stories of resilience are echoed in the tireless efforts of first responders. Dr. Kayao Zin, a surgeon at Mandalay General Hospital, speaks with weary determination, describing the overwhelming influx of patients.
More injured people keep arriving, he says, his voice strained, but we do not have enough doctors and nurses.
Their dedication, their unwavering commitment to saving lives, serves as a beacon of hope in these dark times. They are the heroes, the unsung champions, battling fatigue and despair to offer a glimmer of light to those who have lost everything. The international community has answered the call for help. The United States, India, the European Union, all have pledged assistance, sending aid, medical supplies, and expert rescue teams. The UN has allocated $5 million life-saving operations, a drop in the bucket of what will be needed for long-term recovery. But the situation in Myanmar remains particularly precarious. The ruling military junta, in a rare plea for international aid, has opened the doors, albeit cautiously, to foreign assistance. However, the ongoing civil war complicates aid delivery, raising concerns that help may not reach those who need it most urgently. The road to recovery will be long and arduous. Rebuilding shattered lives and communities will require a sustained global effort. The physical scars, the crumbled buildings, the shattered roads, the empty spaces where homes once stood, will take years to erase. But it's the unseen scars, the trauma, the grief, the lingering fear, that will take the longest to heal. The psychological toll of this disaster will continue to reverberate long after the last traces of rubble have been cleared. Despite the enormity of the tragedy, amidst the heartbreak and loss, there is hope. The indomitable spirit of humanity shines through the cracks of despair. Strangers help strangers, sharing food, water, and shelter. Communities rally, offering comfort and support. The road ahead will be long and arduous, but even in the face of unimaginable devastation, the human spirit endures, and it is in this spirit of resilience, of compassion, of unwavering hope, that we will rebuild, stronger than ever before.